Welcome to the Fast Action Sports Desk with Paul.
Hi, welcome to the Weekly Windup from Fast Action Cards Sports Desk with Paul. I'm coming to you from Cyprus. It's Sunday lunchtime for me here, and this is the new magazine format. Why the new magazine format? I've spent about the last 18 months testing for Pocket Pennant Run, their board game assistant, and Craig is taking a break mainly till after Christmas. He's got some personal stuff to attend to, and I've taken the opportunity to concentrate on some of my own projects. And there's only so many games of my commentary that anybody can stand. Forgive the headsets, by the way, because we're moving in a few months, and as I think I've told you before, my wife's got everything started to be packed away, so I'm working in restricted space here. I'll have my proper setup when we move. I'm going to be hopefully stealing Joe Card's setup. I like his room; it's fantastic. Talking of Joe Cards, before I move on, I must give a shout out. He sent me these fantastic dice. I know I don't usually use dice, but how can you not use these three dice? One Wrigley Field, one the Blackhawks, and one a little known fact that you may not know about me. The Packers are my NFL team. Incidentally, Green Saskatchewan are my CFL team. Anyway, back to, so these are going to be a maximum 30 to 40 minutes. And the format of the show, we may have guests on talking, but I'm not professing to be Dave Gardner, Kurt Berglund, Stephen Tower, or Dwayne Martz, or anybody else. All these fantastic people who do these commentaries and shows. I'm just trying to be myself. If I get one viewer, that's fine. If I can help you, we're going to be looking at different shortcuts, how to use different aspects of software, how I sometimes use AI, and the shortcomings of AI in use. You can't always trust it, but you can use it in specific circumstances. Sorry, just realised I got something on my tooth. My wife would be going mad if she saw this video. I thought I had, but it's just shadow. Anyway, if you want to come on the program, I'm happy to chat to anybody about your experiences. Because the one thing I will say, it's often called, most of us play solitaire, but we're certainly not solitary, because I used to play a lot of computer games, particularly action, PC, replay, etc. And some Stratomatic in the past, and some had computer versions, but I realized I wasn't getting anything from them or enough tactile involvement, so I switched. When I discovered Play Games, I'm totally back on the board. So this program, we'll be looking at all different aspects of how I manage my projects and how can possibly help you in yours. I'll show you a few HTML projects I've got ongoing that will hopefully, as I say, be useful in your projects. We're going to start off by looking at, what should we start off? Let's have a look at Pocket Pennant Run. Let's bring this up in the middle. And this is a little, let me make myself short, smaller, because nobody needs to see this. Me at this size, do we? Let's change this right down. There we go. Let's move me up here. For some reason it's just bear with me. Okay, right. So this is a little known feature that you can, if you're running a project in Pocket Pen and Run software, it doesn't matter whether you're using History Maker, Baseball, or whatever, you can export to Excel all of the teams in your project. So you can go to print selected team or player cards. What you do, you have to name your league. So let's call this 2024 YouTube test, just so I know. And let's say I wanted in my project at the moment, let's see, who should we have? Let's say I'm using, who should we use? Oh, let's say we're using a couple of the all-time greats. Let's say Cubs, Mariners, Dodgers, and Yankees. And what you do, I'll just put those four in to show you how it works. Create Excel sheets. And that was successfully created. So we can close this down now. And what you do, you go into your Pocket Pen and Run folder. When I find it, there it is. And inside here, in-game sheets will be your, I forgot what I called it, to be honest. Brainless. There it is, YT test. So if we open that, you'll see it's immediately created your rosters, position, okay. And over here, you could put, you've already got your players, so you could go through and put your History Maker Baseball or APBA or Strat, whatever ratings you wanted to put in there, or your own created ratings. If you wanted to change their positions, you can do so. But what I'm saying is you've got them in one file. And what I do with them then, the easiest thing to do is you can go to any reputable AI model. I use Gem or Claude, Gem Plus or Claude, and you ask it to convert that into a CSV, because otherwise you'll have to, you can do it yourself by cutting and pasting each one into a new file, and so you've got just one list of players. But if you do it in AI, that will produce a one CSV for you. And I've taken it a step further, because what I've produced now is an HTML commissioners page. Let me just open the correct one. That's just the version I'm working on. This one. Okay, and this is what it'll look like. And the reason I produced this is it was going to be for, or it may still be, for the forthcoming fictional league from, that's what it's called, Pocket Diamond League of America, fictional league for Pocket Pen and Run. And I thought we need a way to record it. And if Craig doesn't get back to this before the end of the year, my projects run from January. So I thought I need something in the meantime where I can export Excel files and then import them into here. And you can click on each, you can sort it by division. You can name the divisions yourself. You can see all the players. You can click on a player and see his ratings within the game, his team ID, what his experience is. And you can also export rosters and with the ratings. And there's a basic league report. It'll come in newspaper style, but I'm still working on that. And also I've added today export current stats for teams and current stats for players. That's not in this version, so don't get excited. You can look at league leaders, and these are just placeholders. We can change these when we decide what the final thing is going to be. I've run into a couple of problems with it. It's always the minor things that cause issues. If you go into Commissioner Tools, I've got that coded at the moment. It can be any. These are all the Commissioner Tools, so you can edit your league name, call it whatever you want. You can edit your division names. You can edit a player, as long as you know his code. You can edit him. You can create a new league completely from scratch. You can save your season data, call it whatever you want. You can load season data, so you can have multi-projects in here. You can restart the season, keeping the rosters, or you can factory reset. So if we factory reset, that will come up with blank names. And then if we want to go back into Commissioner Tools, because we realize we've made a mistake or we want to run another project, we load season data. Download. There we go. Pocket Diamond League. Hold on. Demodified. Pocket Diamond League. There it is. Data loaded. Close it, and you'll see we've got our data is back in here. Now you may think, and also there will be the ability to change your logos eventually. Now you may think that's great, but you can see I was testing changing the division names, and it has changed it. So I wouldn't want that. So I would go into Commissioner Tools, 6811, enter, edit division names, take out those X's, call them whatever you like, close, and you'll see it's changed them. Back into Commissioner Tools, let's say we want to add, some people don't want to upload a full schedule, or they want to play odd games, or so you can just add a game. So you can add a single game to the schedule. We've got none on it at the moment, so you can call it one. And let's see, we'll call it Tide. Now, one of the things I'm having problems with at the moment, you have to type it in small. So the away team, let's say they're Tide. I'm just looking and Scholars. Okay. And then if we go to the schedule, you'll see it's appeared in the next. And when the game has been played, it will record the results, update the stats and the standings. We'll go back to Commissioner Tools. The other way you can do that, even easier, you can edit the schedule. So you can just add a game. Try to remember who's in the other division. Just bear with me a second, I forgot who's there. Armadillos and Pioneers, let's say. Armadillos, Pioneers. Although you type it in small, it will appear properly on the schedule. So there they are. Okay, now you may say, that's fantastic, but I don't own Pocket Pen and Run. I don't want to use it for Pocket Pen and Run. I've got about 20 projects. You can save as many as you like on your computer. It's all saved locally. When I'm going to run my own cooperative league, and I will have the stats updated online automatically. But at the moment, I've not quite finished it. There's a few little, not armadillos, but peccadillos still in it. But I'm going to show you the great thing that you can do with it at the moment. So you go to 6811, which is the code at the moment, and we want to create a new league. So you've got your CSV that I just showed you from Pocket Pen and Run, or it can be for anything you've saved a CSV. And let me just upload this. Downloads. Sorry, I saved them in my downloads. Just bear with me a second. I've lost my downloads. Masters with Basics. Just go back to Pocket Diamond. Just bear with me a second. Roster collections. There it is. Forgot where I put it then. So I put all the Baseball America teams into Pocket Pennant Run anyway. If you look at my saved teams in here, I've put every single one in. You'll see 2024 Big Shots, Royal Blues. They're all there. And then I did what I showed you before. I saved them as a CSV. I asked AI to convert it, and we're going to bring it into the league now. And it's telling you this will replace it, cannot be undone. Well, as I've showed you, it can be undone, but don't worry about that message. It's just a warning that if in case you don't want to do it at the moment. Okay, and we'll call that Baseball. You can change this at any time anyway. Baseball America 2024, and you press OK. CSV loaded. Close this, and you'll see now that you've got the 12 teams from Pocket Pennant Run. Okay, and these are actually the wrong way around. I have profits at the top, but anyway, these are all minor issues. And again, if you want to add a game to the schedule, so what should we add? Las Vegas Big Shots at High Notes and Skyliners at Brawlers. So edit schedule, add new game. Now, this is what I'm working on at the moment. It'll only recognize the last name. So big notes, high notes 1, big shots. It'll put us right, and then brawlers. I'm introducing drop down, so you won't need to worry about that. Brawlers and Skyliners, and close. And there's the two games. This will be bolder in the eventual. So if we just want to look at Sears, that's divisions there, profits, whatever you want to call those divisions, they're all there. And it will only get better from here because this is just my current, I'm currently on version 10 or 11. And as they say, things can only get better. But I'm going to show you one last thing that I think you'll like. So you can click on any player and you can see at the moment they've got their ratings in here. Because it's Pocket Pennant Run, there's no experience in there. These are just placeholders that I converted History Maker Baseball ratings to. But if you want to, I've changed a couple of Dexter Fords, and you can see experience icon, and I've changed his power to Home Run King. So you'll be able to put any ratings you want in there, and you'll be able to edit the players in your Excel sheet and import them however you want. So I hope you found that interesting, but you're asking yourself, yeah, that's great. How do I get box scores into it? So we all save our box scores in different ways. Now, unless you're a person who's scribbling on pieces of paper, because that's difficult to get digitally, even if you've got the best form of OCR recognition, optical recognition, they still make mistakes. So the best way is if you can get something into, even if you've got a PDF, you can sometimes get that converted, but it's got to be good quality and extract the text from it. But if you've got an Excel file, save it as a CSV, the box score, because I know Digital Diamond Baseball does that. You can export in iScore, in CSV. I'm not sure about Replay, maybe. I don't know, but that's already got its own anyway. But definitely Pocket Pen at Run Game Day has got the box score, and the default box score at the moment is for Pocket Pen at Run, but I'm going to show you how to get them, because they have to be converted into this style. So I've left this app that I'm going to show you now separate because I'm still working on it, and it's a box score converter. So let's clear this data that we've got at the moment. So what we would do, we would load our CSV up. I've got it there. You'll see all the data. You will copy it. And you will go back. The new version, you'll just be able to load from that file. But at the moment, you have to paste the raw data because I was testing it. That will then convert it into this output. You will copy that output, and that will all take about a few seconds. And then what you will do, you'll go into Enter Box Score and you'll paste it into there. I'm not going to do that on this version because it's not fully working, but that's where we're at the moment. And I hope you like the potential of this. And I will just say that I've made it so it's very easy to use hockey stats, ice hockey stats in it as well. So, and also if you add more teams in your divisions, you can do that. At the moment, there's only 2 divisions. I will consider adding more, but it was very much based around my own personal use at the time. And the next things that I'll be adding is schedules and postseason and tournaments. So, but that's all coming. I need to make sure that you can take any box score and import it into the game, because otherwise the app's absolutely useless without that. So that's what I'm working on at the moment, and I hope you like that. If you got any comments, let me know. If you're interested in testing once we get a bit further along, just let me know. It will come without any data, obviously, because the rosters for History Maker Baseball and Pocket Pen and Run are both proprietary information. So, but I may include some MLB teams for you to get started with and just test. But anyway, let me know about that. I'll close these 2 down, and I'm going to turn my attention from History Maker Baseball now to APBA. And there's 2 things I've been working on in APBA, and this was the first one. I started off with this to give me a live reminder of the cutoff process. I wanted something on hand, HTML, to tell me exactly or advancing or batting process, exactly when I was learning advanced fielding system. You've got the fielding charts, stealing system. So it would tell you and also calculate the steal for you. But obviously, I moved past that. I don't think I included anything in rare plays yet. But that, anyway, when I was producing that, I started to realise I could go a step further. How you can calculate what this fielding is, but I put these in anyway. So that was my first. That was a work in progress, and it may still have legs for some people. It may help, but I decided to take it one step further and produce a full. And again, ignore the background or anything. It's not cosmetically perfect. I'll make it a little bigger for you. So, or maybe it's better if I make it smaller, to be honest. Yeah, probably like that. So if we've got bases empty, we can roll the dice individually. I don't know why I always put this black dice in. Someone told me that in certain situations there's a black die, but I can't remember if I've come across it yet. Now, the other things working on this at the moment are bases empty and man on first, and rare plays are not there. But if you enter, let me get my batter's card out for bases empty. Let's see, bases empty. Let's say the result is, let's say it's 2, which is a blank row. And that will come back with the result. The final result is 2, triple to centre, which is the correct result. If the result is 8 and 30, let's say 8 and 30, not 8, because then, yeah, 8 and 30. On the first row. Now, that asks you which fielder, and it's the shortstop. So I'm not trying to take away all of the fun from you playing the game. I still want to play the game and look up some results. I don't want everything, but I'm trying to make it. So 8 and 30 is, it tells you at the bottom of the final, it changes to 34. And let's say he was, let's say he was, let's say he was fielding 2. You press fielding 2 here, and that's a line drive out, and it gives you the exact text from it. Okay, let's reset the at bat, and let's do 1 and 6 now. This is quite interesting. Doesn't matter whether you roll the dice or not, you can be rolling them on your table. Let's say 1 and 15. Now, it's asking you, is the pitcher home run allowance, does he equal H? Has he got that letter? Is he assigned it? Let's say he is assigned it. So it'll change it to 6 double. Okay. Let's say resolve at bat. Let's say this time he has not got that. So the result is 1 home run. So you see how that works. And if we roll 6 as well, 6 and 15, sorry, it should have been 6 and 16. And there's the HAL check again. So yes, it's a home run. Resolve at bat, no. It becomes a double to right centre. I've noticed some of my text is missing there. PL should be to left centre, but minor. Okay, and finally, let's change this to a naught. If it's a 0 result, the batter's second card roll comes up. I just realised that should equal that, but I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't make any difference. I need to change that. 0 and 15, so that's a blank result. So it knows you haven't pressed anything here, so it's invalid. So let's change that to 1, and that's a home run. Let's change it to 24 now. Let's change it to 24 now. Yeah, I realised it is reading that one now, but I don't know why. Sorry, I'm just checking. Let's say it's 6. Double to right centre, 6 and 16. Not sure that's working properly. Not sure 6 is working properly. That let me just check. 6 of 15. Yeah, let's try that note again because I'm not sure that's working. Note, and so if the second column comes up, let's say it comes up 2, triple to right center. Table cell result. So it comes up 3, 13. Yeah, something wrong with that 0, I think, or maybe it's my brain. Ah, I know. This will be the test. So 1, 120. I know. Let's do 0.25. That's it. 0.25, and second is 1. I'm not sure that's working. I'll have to look at that. Man on first. We'll try it. Let's see if it's working on this one. Note. I think that what's happening is somewhere in the last functionality that is always supposed to equal this. I don't know why that's defaulting to 25. I'll have to fix that. Let's say it's 1 to 25. 1 to yeah, it should stay at 1 to 15. Yeah, it's not working properly. Anyway, if it's sacrifice, it should come up. So let's see. That's how we go with sacrifice. Resolve that bat. 2 strikes on batter. That's man on first. So there's a few little bugs in it, but I'm nowhere near finished with it at the moment. But hopefully you can see the potential. It'll be fully, once I've tested it fully. I've just spotted a few things there just while I've been showing you. But my intention is that I will have that on my phone next to me, and I'll be able to play the game, and it'll make most of the decisions for me, particularly with bases empty. Then if I need rare plays or I need steals, then I'll resolve those separately. But I thought I'd show you that it's in progress. That's where we're up to at the moment. And I hope you like that as well. If you don't, I apologise. If you think if you think I'm committing sacrilege by taking any of this into a helper, but I do use a lot of helper apps during my gameplay. On my Wednesday editions of the show, um, which will be across the boards, I'll be covering other games, and we'll be looking at my helpers for football, hockey, because I've also got a hockey game and roller coming up. Anyway, let me know what you think of that. I'll close these, and it's time for my, I'll be able to show it here now. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. It was a fantastic performance. Randy Johnson struck out 13 and walked 5. And to strike out 13 of these Yankees with a lineup that was Rodriguez, Judge, Ruth, Mantle, Gehrig, Berra, Robinson Cano, and Derek Jeter. And Whitey Ford was on the mound. And Ford pitched a good game himself. He only gave up 3 hits. Lindy McDaniel came in and gave up 2. But it was a fantastic game, and it was one of the classic pitchers duels I've had for quite a while. JJ Putz came on for the last inning, and really Yogi Berra is the villain of the week because he served up the only walk. We nearly had our no-hitter, and that would have been the first one this year in any of my projects. So close and yet so far. Okay, but if we go to, we'll go back to, I think I've got another game to show you. If you're not into, let's close these. If you're not into Japanese baseball, sorry, I'm just closing these in any order. If you're not into Japanese baseball, I can understand that. I can understand it. But I tell you what, it serves up some fantastic games. This one, second game of the week, and the Carp, this is 2024, and Carp and Tigers both vying for first, second or third. It's very close in their division. And the Tigers looked in total control, 5-zip, 5-2, 6-2, coming to the top of the 9th, brought on their save man, Harvey Guerra. Immediately, it collapsed. He struck out, he got flied out the first one, then struck out the second. It was okay, he gave up a walk, and then there was a fly ball. Sorry, there was a easy hit to second by Sakakura, and unbelievably, he bobbled an easy ball. Sorry, to Nakano. He bobbled an easy ball, and that allowed him to reach base. So men on first and second. Jake Shiner single, driving in 2. So we had a 1-run game. And then Yano walked, and up came a pinch hit home run from Koki Ugusi. 3-run homer, and that was all she wrote. And that was the end of it. 7-6. Fantastic game. Okay, that's the end of my first magazine program, the Weekly Windup. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back again on Wednesday to show you some of my projects in other sports. Just before I go, I'll show you the current standings in baseball, and we've got some have got 2 games left now. The all-time greats, they can't qualify for the postseason Ultimate Sages Championship, but it looks like the Braves and Phillies are safe there. Dodgers are coming late to try and force their wild card spot, and it's anybody's for second and third in the Sears division. We're partway through the Major League 24. Braves on top again in that, and Yankees on top again. But Phillies are closing in, and then later in the week we'll be having Baseball America 24, where the showboats and brawlers are pacing the field in that. Okay, that's me done for now. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back on Wednesday. That's it. Take care from Cyprus.